Hello students, today I will discuss about thermodynamic principles of metallurgy. Some basic concepts of thermodynamics helps us in understanding the theory of metallurgical transformations. Gibbs energy is the most significant term here. According to equation del G equal to del H minus T del S, equation number 6.14, here del H is enthalpy change and del S is the entropy change for the process. For any reaction, the change would also be expressed through the equation del G naught equal to minus RT ln K, where K is equilibrium constant of the reactant product system at the temperature T. A negative del G implies a positive K value in equation 6.15, and this can happen only when the reaction proceeds towards products. From these facts, we can make the following conclusions. When del G is negative, only the reaction will proceed. Number two, if reactants and products of two reactions are put together in a system which is called coupling reaction and the net del G of the two possible reactions is negative, the overall reaction will occur. On the basis of this, we make Ellingham diagram. It is a graphical presentation of Gibbs energy given by Ellingham. This provides a sound basis for considering the choice of a reducing agent in the reduction of oxides. This is known as Ellingham diagram. The diagram is like this figure. It is del G naught in one axis and on the other axis temperature is given. When two metal oxidation reaction are given whose negative del G value is more, that metal will be stronger reducing agent at that temperature. So here near about 1300 Kelvin, 1300 degree centigrade, magnesium is below the aluminium line. Hence, below 1300 degree centigrade, magnesium is stronger reducing agent, and above that, aluminium is stronger reducing agent. But there are some loopholes of Ellingham diagram also. Limitations of Ellingham diagram. The graph simply indicates whether a reaction is possible or not. The tendency of reduction with a reducing agent is indicated. This is so because it is based only on the thermodynamic concepts. It does not say about the kinetics of the reduction process. Hence, can answer like how the how fast it could the reaction could proceed cannot be answered by this graph, but the process will be feasible or not, it can be indicated. Point number two, the interpretation of del G naught is based on K, equilibrium constant, according to equation del G naught equal to minus RT ln K. Thus, it is presumed that reactants and products are in equilibrium. This is not always true because the reactant product may be solid and may not go to equilibrium. Now, extraction of iron. To produce iron, we make 3:8:1 ratio of ore, limestone, and coke, and and it is taken as charge in the blast furnace as in the figure. At different temperature level, it the ore is reduced to metal. The blast furnace has three temperature zone: lower zone at the upper end and higher zone at the lower end. A blast of air and oxygen is passed at the lower end. At lower temperature, at 500 to 800 Kelvin, Fe2O3 carbon dioxide reduction takes place to produce FeO. At middle zone 900 to 1500 Kelvin, or at carbon plus oxygen gives carbon monoxide, FeO plus CO gives Fe plus CO2. Here limestone is also decomposed to CaO, which removes silicate impurity of the ore as slag. So CaO here is basic flux. Iron obtained from blast furnace contains about 4% carbon and many impurities such as sulfur, phosphorus, silicon, manganese, etc. This is known as pig iron, and this pig iron is cast into a variety of shapes. This is called cast iron. Cast iron is different from pig iron and is made by melting pig iron with scrap iron and coke using hot air blast. It is slightly lower carbon content, about 3%, and extremely hard and brittle. Further reductions. Wrought iron or malleable iron is the purest form of commercial iron and is prepared from cast iron by oxidizing impurities in a reverberatory furnace lined with hematite. Fe2O3 plus C gives Fe plus CO. Limestone is added as flux and sulfur, silicon and phosphorus are oxidized and passed into slag. The metal is removed and freed from slag by passing through roller. Now extraction of copper from cuprous oxide, copper 1 oxide. In the graph of delta naught versus T, that is Ellingham diagram, for formation of oxides, the CO2 line is almost at the top. So it is quite easy to reduce oxide ores of copper directly to the metal by heating with coke. However, most of the ores are sulfide and some may also contain iron. The sulfide ores are roasted and melted to give oxide Cu2s plus 3O2 gives Cu2O plus SO2. This Cu2O is reduced by carbon to produce copper. Extraction of zinc from zinc oxide. The reduction of zinc oxide is done using coke. The temperature in this case is higher than that in case of copper. For the purpose of heating, the oxide is made into briquettes with coke and clay. ZnO plus C at 673 Kelvin produces zinc and carbon monoxide. The metal is distilled off and collected by rapid cooling. Now, aluminium. As you know, from bauxite we produce pure alumina, and that alumina is mixed with cryolite Na3AlF6 and feldspar CaF2, which lowers the melting point of the mix and brings conductivity. The fused matrix is electrolyzed. Steel cathode and graphite anode are used. The graphite anode is useful here for reduction of the metal. The overall reaction may be taken as 2Al2O3 plus 3C gives 4Al plus CO2. The process of electrolysis is widely known as Hall-Héroult process. The electrolysis of molten metal is carried out in electrolytic cell using carbon electrode. The oxygen liberated at anode reacts with the carbon of anode, producing carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. This way, for each kg of aluminium produced, about 0.5 kg of carbon anode is burnt away. The electrolytic reactions are cathode Al 3 positive plus 3 electron gives aluminium. At anode C plus 2 O2 negative gives CO plus 2 electron. C plus 2 O2 negative gives CO2. This is about production of aluminium. Now, for the production of copper from low-grade ores and scraps. Copper is extracted by hydrometallurgy from low-grade ores or scraps. It is leached with leached out using acid or bacteria. The solution containing Cu2 positive is treated with scrap iron and hydrogen. Cu2 positive plus H2 gives Cu plus 2H plus, or Cu2 positive plus Fe gives Cu plus Fe2 positive. Now, oxidation, reduction. Besides reductions, some extractions are based on oxidation, particularly for non-metal. For example, extraction of chlorine gas. When brine is electrolyzed, it produces OH minus ion in the solution, hydrogen gas at the cathode, and Cl minus at the anode. Here, Delgy naught for this reaction is plus 422 kilojoule. When it is converted to E naught, using del G naught equal to minus NF E naught, we get E naught equal to minus 2.2 volt. Naturally, it will require an external EMF that is greater than 2.2 volt, but the electrolysis requires an excess potential to overcome some other hindering reactions. Thus, chlorine is obtained by electrolysis, giving out hydrogen and aqueous NaOH by aqueous NaOH as byproduct. Electrolysis of molten NaCl is also carried out, but in that case, sodium metal is produced and not NaOH.